That's right. A big old B-day. Just so you guys are wondering, I'm 45 years old. That means that I'm finished 45 years and I'm beginning my 46th year. So then anyone who had birthdays recently wanted that unnecessary detail, just thought I'd give it to y'all. I also share a birthday with Theo Vaughn. Didn't know that. Who shares a birthday with Glenn Close, who's a demon. So yeah. This is a celebration of my existence. So included in my celebration, apparently Wes Watson's going to jail, so we're going to take a look at it. I have a feeling my voice is going to be hurt by the end of this stream when I review that, so you guys are in for a treat. It's kind of your birthday, in a sense. There's birthdays on Monday. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. So, I'll wait for some more people to get here, but Meg Bob joined in with Ozzy and friends and made a little bit of a video. So we'll just wait a bit. We'll probably play it once or twice. So it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. 34. You lucky dog. You lucky rascal, you. Thank you so much, Spartan. Appreciate the dowry, y'all. Can we find how many raccoons it takes to clean out an abandoned cabin in Arkansas? Oh, we could do that. We're talking about the animal, right? That's nice. What else we got here? Oh, wow. Holy moly.
Holy cow!
Holy moly, indeed.
That is a big super chat!
Oh, yeah, Bruce Willis. I forgot. Yeah, I share a birthday with him. Thank you very much. That's very generous. Tengu. Thank you, Tengu. Yes, Bruce Willis as well. There's probably obviously many others. See ya, Rip. Thank you. Rip's got to work. Got to do stuff. It was all Aussie. Okay, it was all Aussie. It's my Theo. Oh, that's your Theo Vaughn impression. I was like, what? It's like, do you have a riddle? Anyway, what I do have for you guys, my mom sent me, my parents, for those of you who share this sentiment, your parents start getting old. They start going through everything, and apparently they send you all the stuff. So it's like kind of like charming, but it's also like, wow, that's dark. I got a package of like 19 manila folders of photos. And I grew up, yes, in the 80s, born in 1981. And so all the photos are obviously developed, but a lot of them are from my childhood. And I was like, oh, how appropriate for the stream. So, small B-Day tax, yes, I'm taxing you for my existence. I'm literally taxing you guys. Holy cow!
That is a big super
I'm literally
chat!
taxing you for my existence. Vagine doesn't even say anything. Vagine abandons her entire town. Someone's going to starve today in India. Thank you so much, whoever that was. And Vagine, what can I say? This stream and my existence is more important than your town. Okay? Thank you, Dustin.
From Dustin S. Happy Jim Bob birthday. In India, we don't have birthday cake. We have pie. Cow pie.
Of course you have.
Ja, ja, ja,
Ja,
ja.
ja, 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 ja,
God
ja, ja.
bless.
Thank you. Yeah, you and your cowboys. You're and your cowboys. Today is the day I came out of my mom's Pentecostal womb. I guess that was unnecessary. Anyway, so we'll sporadically. Meg Bob's going to also go through some more of those images and maybe send them to me. But I might as well start with something I made, which is not an old photo. I for my birthday, I downloaded Blender. I downloaded, and I did the donut project. Anyone who's... Hold on a second. Vajean's still talking.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I live in Dapu. We are related to monkeys, and I smell like them too.
Yep.
Many years.
Thank you,
mindless
Ja.
meat machine who debates without purpose.
Thank you,
Ja.
Vagine.
Ja.
Yeah, thank you. Ja. Happy birthday. Sorry I haven't been around lately. No problem, Steelborn. Being a dad takes away. Yep, that's right. That's right. But nothing better than being a dad, though. And there's no stream better than being a dad. Unhit Bone, thank you for the $5. Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah, I downloaded Blender because I'm a jewelry maker, and I'm looking forward in maybe another year or so, finally being able to put back up a jewelry studio, a home studio. And thank you so much for that, Lucas. And learning CAD, which is like, this is a variation of this program. Not only that, but you could learn animation and stuff. I mean, this program is insane. Anyone who has it knows what I'm talking about. It's so crazy what you're capable of doing with this Blender program. But I'm going to use it just to get the basics, and then maybe within a year I'll be able to do pretty detailed design work when I finally get up and running with my bench again, which is going to be amazing for everyone. There's going to be so many things to make, and it's going to be so great. Plus, it'll be an aspect of my channel. Maybe once a week, a dedicated metalsmithing stream, camera above me. I'm talking crap. I'm reviewing things. I'm playing with fire. It's going to be great. Anyway, so I made the donut. So it was very promising. I was like, I made the donut. I could do it. Crude Blender memes. Yeah, Blender memes is funny. All right, so let's go. There's little Jim Bob. What is that? 6th? What does that look like to you? 5th grade? 6th grade? There I was. See, I didn't have the curls yet. Look at, dude, you gotta watch out for that guy. Look at him. His shoulders. Dude, I was cursed with these shoulders. There's little Bob. There he is. Little bobbing away. Happy birthday, God bless. I was listening to your JF stream this morning, and I heard a weird French guy say, you're the only DNA that gets passed down is from your gumdrops and spit water. Yeah. Oh, man. That's funny. That stream didn't even get that many views because I think people just don't even know who he is. Like, he has a little special place in my heart because I debated him, and he's fascinating, and I'm still wondering if his wife is in his wall somewhere. So that was more like, it was kind of a stream for me. Look at the neck on that kid. Yeah, always had a pretty long neck. That's right. Jamie Lee Curtis. I had a Jamie Lee Curtis haircut. Little Bob. Oh, little Bob. Yeah, where is she? Where is she? Which wall is she in? Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You know what I also downloaded for my birthday? Project Zomboid. Telling you what, that's a promising game. That's pretty high quality school picture from 75 years ago. Seriously. Speaking of a long time ago, there's little Jim Bob. Yeah, I grew up with horses. They weren't ours, but I grew up in a field, basically, in a farmhouse near a field. And there was a lot of horses. One was a bad horse named Checkers. Checkers bit my older brother's fingers, and he got shot for it. I didn't shoot him. Someone, the ranch, they did it. They had enough. He was a horse of color. And so he was put down for that. They also had a midget horse, which I was like horrified by once. The way I found out that there was such a thing as a midget horse is I went outside one day, because I spent most of my time outside, you know, gathering crayfish and having them fight spiders and whatnot. And I will go outside one day, and there's a little blonde midget horse. Like on my yard. Like not even in the fencing. And it was horrifying. I thought something happened to reality. I looked at my own body. And I like got my parents, and they were like trying to explain to me that the ranch.
Many years.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Snagglebeast. Blender is great. You should learn the grease pencil stuff to do your 2D animations. It's awesome. I'll check. Is that an app part of it? It's so look that you just gotta. Anyone who knows Blender going into it, you have to basically understand that you're just taking not even a teaspoon at a time. Thank you for the very generous 50. I'll check that out. Grease pencil. Is that a channel or is that an aspect tool? I'll check it out. There's so much to do. So pretty pumped about it. Thank you, Suki, for the donation. Thank you so much, Ito. Appreciate you. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I found out about midget horses. And it was nice. It was nice to grow up around horses, and you didn't have to take care of them. They were someone else's, but you got to... I didn't get to ride them or anything, but, you know, they hung out with us. It was pretty cool. But apparently the midget horse, obviously that fence there couldn't contain Lil Horsey Pie. That barbed wire reminds me of a story, too. There was a big hill where I grew up, and my brothers and I would bomb the hill with our bikes. And I remember my brother bombed the hill, and there was barbed wire. Or he forgot. He was just speeding, I guess. And I was like standing there in the road, like, you know, playing chicken. But I got in his way. Basically won. I won chicken. He veered off, slammed into the barbed wire fence. Gnarly. Not a hospital for hours. 100 players Project Zomboid videos on YouTube is a thing. Oh yeah, it looks fun. Like that's a game you can play with others. I've done just solo so far. It is challenging, and I like how it's evidence that a just mediocre in comparison to other games. It's like its graphics. It's like it's built so that like you know you don't see everything at once, and it sort of renders, and that's like an advantage to the game somehow. I love isometric. Like my dream, if I had FU money and time, would be to make an isometric game. So I feel about everyone else's pets. That's funny. Exactly. Anyway, there's little Bob. I look just like my son at this point looks so much like me. That is to say, I looked like an Asian person. I told you guys I was racist very early. Someone called me Chinese when I was like that age on the screen. I started crying because I knew there was something wrong. My brothers and I used to have contests to see who could hold onto the electric horse fence. Yeah, I could. That's fun. That's a fun one.
Your pictures are hiding all the bobcats.
Oh, sorry.
One was $100.
Oh, there's another Bob chat? I'm so sorry. My picture hid a very generous Bob chat. I just got yelled at by the producer. Thank you so much for that. Let me put it behind. Let me actually... Here, I'll make this shorter. I'll make these last less. Sorry about that. Thank you for that. Very generous. $100 from Vagine and Company. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, I will do. This is a fun enough game where I'll do a Project Zomboid stream. Yeah. Now, you guys have to watch me just die over and over again, but I'm trying to get the hang of it. And maybe there's other players. Who knows? Maybe Tony will play or Jay can download it. It's pretty cool. It's a good combo of action and technique. There's a lot. You got yelled at on my birthday, I know. Anyway, let's move on to another picture. Oh, that's not it. Oh, this one. Look at that. You kidding me? I was born with a calic. See that swirl? Look at him. I'm just so... My parents must have been like, what's with the dread, dude? Why the dread? It's never gone away. It's always right there. Just... Are you sure? It's like, how was I contemplating at, what, 1 week? 1 week old. Another $50 Bob chat. Thank you so much. And JP. Happy birthday. May there be many more to come. God bless. P.S. When are we getting that Spore gameplay? Well, I was debating Spore and Zomboid. I could get Spore. It's probably like $2 at this point. But I kept seeing this Project Zomboid game, and I was just like, this is it. Nice. Yeah. Yep. Another 100 from Vagine. We're literally making India poorer than they already are somehow. Thank you so much.
Holy cow! That is a big super chat!
FBS says, you've been a blessing and an inspiration for so many of us all. Sir, I thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Strong like a baby. I mean, that's... Look at him. Look at that guy. That hair is crazy. I mean, and that thing stuck with me. That cowlick was just like... My entire childhood, there's just a giant tornado on my head, which is pretty much an appropriate reflection of what's going on in my head all the time. I think it probably grew like it was informed deeper in my head. So anyway, there's some pictures from old Bob, young Bob, I should say, old pictures of young Bob. Who knew from that? Who knew at that point that I would be on a stage and I would be yelled at for having arm hair? Who even knew that? Jimmy James, $5 for the B-Day boy. Happy birthday on to you. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Jimmy James. Appreciate you. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I looked so Asian so early. And my other siblings, no. None. I mean, look at that look at my left eye in that picture. Dude. What, did my mom stay at the Chinese restaurant a little too long? Or what? Is that head tornado a false tornado? Yeah, it's a false tornado. Yep. That's right. Yeah. Everything that's not a tornado would be a false tornado. No, I'm not. Can you believe it? No. The hell, dude? What the heck? Cringecore. Yeah, we're going to look at that right now, actually. Cringecore made a video. Take a look at that right now, shall we? All right. Let's take a look at what these people have made about me. Well, the propaganda that's out here.
Hello? Who is this?
Hello, Goy Bob. This is Ben Shapiro. Your impression of me is extremely anti-Semitic.
Your impression of me is anti-Semitic.
Very funny, Goy. I'm sending a vehicle to pick you up. I have something to show you.
Oh my god, we're sending a vehicle. It's a dreidel. What the hell? What the hell? There I am, Pasadena.
Good to see you, Goy Bob. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not used to answering the door. My Chabos Negro Brandon Tatum is out of town this weekend, and we all have to make sacrifices.
How very Judo-Christian of you.
Follow
Judo.
me. You're going to want to see this.
Oh, there's
What the hell are you
Peterson.
doing, Benny Boo?
We need him, Goy Bob. Who else is going to power Michaela's brain?
Sign up for Peterson Academy. Sign up for Peterson Academy.
Well, Goy Bob, I have something to show you. Follow me, retard.
My friend, made by Jim Bob. Listen carefully. A birthday is not just some trivial passage of time. No. It constitutes the heroic confrontation
hands are
with the
hilarious.
edge of the unreplicable abyss. It is the moment the hero must voluntarily descend once more into the primordial soup of untestable dogma. And yet, here is the critical point, and you must understand this. The instant anyone demands a true test, those heads evaporate. They cannot withstand the light of daddy's scrutiny. There, coiled in the depths,
sounds like Yoda,
waits
totally,
the
dude.
Chaos Dragon.
Yeah, I thought if you like made Peterson one of the Star Wars people, you'd think visually he'd be Obi-Wan Kenobi, but no, he'd be Yoda actually.
Bloated, grant-guzzling Hydra. Its many bearded heads endlessly regurgitating stories of corkscrew sperm inscription and clownfish gender rituals.
Arms.
You have exposed with ruthless precision that this creature is not science. It is unfalsifiable narrative pretending to be a theory. And from its absurd, collapsing form, you've extracted the gold of honest inquiry for the rest of us. Now you must ascend, individuated and upright, bearing that treasure. Happy birthday, my friend. The Hydra trembles before your blade. The journey continues. Do not falter.
Yo, listen up, Jim Bob. Happy f***ing birthday, bro.
This is Wes Watson in jail. Wes Watson in jail. Count me in for Zomboid. Yeah, that's definitely. If I figure out how to play in groups, that would be great. Thank you so much. Not sure why they decided to downplay your real physique for this. Seriously, that's what I'm saying. Thank you so much, Giovanni. Obviously, the AI couldn't yell. It can't scream. That's one thing AI is missing. It could almost yell, but it can't scream quite like Wes Watson.
Oh, you already know what time it is, King. While you out here destroying these fake ass scientists, I'm still in the pen grinding for you. Straight up. Ripped, rich, and rare, baby. That's the code. I'm telling you right now, Jim Bob, you gotta lock in. Stay ripped so your celly looks at you and says, damn. Stay rich so you can pay that protection tax. And stay rare so when it's lights out and he whisper, you know what time it is. You already given that bully up clean
Thank
for the
you.
commissary run. That's love, bro. That's sacrifice. Happy birthday, Jim Bob. Keep destroying them nerds. I'm staying
Them
ripped,
nerds.
rich, and rare every single day.
My dear brother,
Ah!
made by Jim Bob.
Dude!
I approach you this day.
Bro, he nailed Marty Leeds. Wow. With the yurt and everything. Sorry, I that just actually kind of frightened me, so let me rewind it.
My dear brother, made by Jim Bob, I approach you this day from the exalted moral ground of true gnosis, bathed in the radiant light of Sophia and the eternal living Logos, far above the corruptions of the Demiurge's false church. Let us now consult the sacred geometry of your name on this most holy occasion. M is 13, A is 1, D is 4, E is 5, by Jim Bob. 10 plus 9 plus 13, multiplied by the fallen aeon, subtract the false light of material doubt, it equals 616, the number of the archon's chosen deceiver. You who wage war against the light, you who spread the demiurge's lies, while pretending to seek truth, the serpent whispers through your mouth. The gematria does not lie. Your name is a curse upon the aeons. I see the shadow coiled between your eyes. Yet still, from highest love and compassion, happy birthday.
Jim Bob, we'd like to bring you on board at the Daily Wire.
Dude.
Full-time contributor, excellent pay. 3 conditions: you kiss the wailing wall, circumcise your son, and whenever I need a footrest, you're the stool. Deal?
Bro. Nice, dude. Nice. Sick. Nice job,
Again,
Ozzy.
Happy birthday, you nerd.
Thank
Love
you so much.
brother. You're top G, top guy.
Wow.
Giovanni.
Wow, thanks, Giovanni. Ozzy, that was nice. Dude, how did you get what's his name's voice so good? That was like now that I know you could do that with Marty Leeds, like I don't even need to do any talking back to him. I could just make like a 1 minute back and forth, you know, when he's yelling at me and telling me to debate him. Just make one of those. Excellence. That was especially the Marty Leeds ones, man. That was freaky. I think Ozzy uses one of those like systems where you stand in front of a camera and it mimics your movement, and you could see Ozzy clearly reading his script to the right, which is really funny. Nice. I have a voice tool, just didn't have time. Yeah, I figured that much. Figured you were a bit rushed. Those birthdays creep up on you. The right is starting to get better at comedy. It's making them nervous. Yeah, they're getting the right side is getting creative a bit. Jesse Wells uploaded. Did he do another poem? Jesse Wells do another poem? You promised
Happy
these shoulders
birthday,
3,000
Jim
years.
Bob. May God bless you with many more. At least now
Many
you
more?
can look forward to a prostate exam.
I know.
John Mondragon.
Actually, I have to do that. I was debating, that's like a necessary thing for most of us. And I just don't know how much like to stream on that. You know what I mean? Like, do I bring, like, do I live stream it? We'll get into this dude covering Wes Watson. By the way, the guy covering Wes Watson is so weird. This guy, he's really weird. Like, talk about the world of AI and not knowing what's real anymore. This dude doesn't seem real to me. I watched a video before and I was like, is he like a pro wrestler? I don't understand it. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Yeah, like there's a bit of a irony. This dude is doing a expose. It's quite funny. Abby Zong, thank you so much, Abby Zong. Abby Zong, I didn't want you to, being that you're also an Asian, I just wanted you to, if you missed it, Abby, that's me as a baby. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. You'd think this was your son. Crazy, right? Look at that. That's nuts. He's funny. Look, to be fair, I haven't watched much of him, but the character itself is so over the top to me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm confused by it. But then again, it's like everything's like a synthesis of like politics and entertainment. He's doing a Johnny Bravo character. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, interesting. Maybe that's just genius then. Oh yeah, duh. His name's John Bravo Films. Duh. See, I'm a freaking boomer. Get off my yard. Yeah, how did I even evolve from that baby? What the heck, man? It's creeping me out. Did you see Jesse Wells did another upload? Or were you talking about something else? I love when he uploads something. I love when he's all, I'm going to do a poem against war again. Vegetable secrets. You know, I don't even want to look at that junkie right now. I don't even want to look at him. Not on my birthday. Nope. Oh, thank you, Vagine.
I am disappointed that Tucker did not wish you a happy birthday. May Shiva smite that dirty white boy.
It's not like you did anything. I mean, if this is actually a meritocracy, the way Ben Shapiro thinks it is, then certainly we shouldn't be congratulating people for being born. They had no choice. True. You didn't actually do anything coming out of your mom's vagina. What? Congratulations, you didn't die. It's like, Yang Biang. Thank you. Well, 45 years old, still haven't shaved your arms. Well, if I get ripped, I can understand why people do it. It's pure vanity, though. They're going to say, well, I'm a swimmer on the weekends. It reduces drag. No, it's because if you're muscular and you want to show the definition of the shadows, the hair's going to...
Happy birthday, JB. Thank you for helping me understand my worldview better and pointing many of us to the truth.
You're welcome,
Many
Vagine.
years to you.
Thank you, Vagine.
Schweitz.
Thank you, Schweitz. Happy birthday. Just got your Ortho Thug shirt. Oh, by the way, the stickers are printed. So for those of you who bought them early and your patience is paying off, we'll be packaging them and turbo shipping them when they come in. So little housekeeping. Thank you so much, DJ. Thank you, sir. Jimbabaru. Many bows to you. Hey, Job Runting, nice to see you. Happy birthday. Were you born under a beaver moon? I'm not sure. I was born in my house, though. My whole family is born in my house. Fun fact about my family. It doesn't reduce drag, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, patiently waiting on the stickers. That's right. That's right. They will be processed shortly. All right, let's get into one of my favorite online celebrities that I had the pleasure of confronting on a stage a couple of years ago on some Fresh and Fit panel that I had no place being on a stage there. They're like, who is this guy? It's like, where's your Ferrari? What? He's talking about. Even I was born in Jim Bob's house, yeah. All right. You ready? Let's get into this. This guy's going to cover it for us.
Down a woman. So they put on him 5 felony charges. And you guys can't forget, he's already out on bail for what he did to the 7-foot monster. Wes Watson, that piece of shit.
Mother!
Hey, it's a D.
Hey, it's a dealio.
Happy birthday, my Otho Pesano bro. Many years to
Pesano.
you. God bless you and the family.
Oh.
Orthodox cross emoji. Red heart emoji. Praying
Yeah.
gesture emoji.
Yeah. Thank you, paisano. Okay. Oh yeah, we should find the old clip. Let me see if I can find it actually. Fresh and Fit, Wes Watson. Fresh and Fit live event. Mother. Which one is it? Is this it?
You look in the mirror. Would you guys say this motherfucker's
tits? Look
Check
at
it
me.
out. You
Like, what am I even doing up there?
Bigger than yourself, society, and why
You've
is helping?
actually
Wait.
changed more
Why is
lives.
helping important to you?
I mean, because I know what it's like to be at the bottom.
So okay, so
you know what it's like to be a bottom.
Are you helping someone if you give them an expensive watch?
Why do you think we just do that? You must not know who you're talking
I asked you a
to.
question. You didn't answer it.
I give them the habits to
forget
build
to
themselves.
What did I ask you though?
Said, am I helping them if I give them an expensive watch? I give them habits, a mindset.
So the
I
answer
teach
is
them
no.
how
Grammatically sent me a cameo to sing you Oopie birthday to you in my
Happy
native
birthday.
tongue.
Oh gosh.
Gagalaga poquito rituna fani dodaya bengoli taska karidi lindu ong.
Ah, your culture is disgusting.
Operate.
So if you give them,
Well, you guys are assuming we're
Just
only
answer-
doing
no,
stuff
no.
about materialism.
Can a man answer a direct question?
Jesus Christ. These Karens
The answer
are
is
tough as
no.
fuck. Look at these fucking Karens.
Go ahead,
dude.
buddy.
These
How the fuck did these guys even... I'm sorry you got...
Dude, I'm wondering how I got on the stage. I mean, that.
Sorry you got put over there. You don't really fit over there. We need some other little fucking lame...
They're
Fuck
skilled at
you.
some things.
People don't invite me. I shave my head, you little faggot.
Are you
Shut
sure
the
they-
fuck up. On my channel.
Today.
Dude,
You
these
worship
guys
it.
must have grown up with money. The
Bro, you
people who didn't
worship
grow up with
material.
money chase money. The people who
Worship
didn't grow-
materialism.
Shut the fuck.
Look at that guy, dude. This guy's the real person we should be concerned with.
Up.
You
don't
worship
know me,
it.
you fucking
I could tell.
lame.
I could tell by your speaking.
How the fuck do you think you
Listen
know me?
how reactive you are. If someone
Shave
says,
your goddamn arms,
"See, you can't
bro.
deal with it. You can't
Shave my arms?
deal with it." Why would I shave my arms? I'm a man.
Look at these pale
What the
fucks.
fuck
I
is
am.
wrong with you?
Okay.
Shave
That was a.
your body. Aren't you a man?
Look at this guy, dude.
Oh boy. Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay, let's let Miguel finish.
I forgot about how I was able to say that to
I would give
into
you a
silence.
cake, but I dropped it 2 blocks behind.
Yeah, a patty cake, dude. You're Vagine, disgusting.
Finish this real quick.
Let's post these guys.
Shave your
pubes. Hey, post these guys women back here.
guys.
I want to see these guys women. Let's put these trolls.
I want to see these guys women, dude. Look at your pants, dude. Dude, what are those pants? What is happening? What world is this?
Guys, women are not objects.
Hey.
In our
All right. So there's that. So that's when Wes Watson told me to shave my arms, and he said to, I don't know, there's probably like 100 people at that event, live event. A bunch of men going, oh yeah, I want a Lamborghini watch. I got to listen to this guy. His advice, not only his advice, but his criticism was shave your body. Okay. So of course, time goes by. He gets roasted. There's a whole dedicated Reddit section to him. He beats up a retarded kid at the gym. I think he may have gotten charged for that. That was a part of the legal process that was happening, I think, at the time. And then apparently he The dude just misses jail. Let's just face it. Like, he misses the jail. Shame your armpits.
Happy birthday, Jim Bob. Many years to you.
Thank you, Justin.
God bless. Justin Merck.
Thank you, Justin Merck. God bless you. All right, so now apparently there's more. Because I thought that was it. I thought if you beat up a retarded person at the gym unprovoked, then you just go to jail. But maybe he didn't get... It didn't process fast enough. He clearly likes jail. That's where he really shined. And he was a part of the jail to YouTube pipeline, so he probably has a really soft spot for jail. So he's probably going back. So let's see what happens here.
Not for beating down a 7-foot monster where Watson was scared for his life. No, for beating down a girl, a woman, the same one that he proposed to just the other day. He beat her down. He held her captive. And all of this while his bitch-ass security guard and butler, those little bitches, sat around.
Holy cow.
Help, Jim Bob. I'm swimming in the primordial curry and I forgot to shave my arms.
Wow. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys are pretty hairy out there, too. I've seen some of you women around my town at the shopping mart. Just pure black hair. All on your arms and legs. I'm 45.
Around and watched and did nothing to stop it. The state of Florida has come down on him hard with 5 felony charges. And let me tell you, looking at these charges, that little Peggy bitch, he's not gonna be getting out of prison anytime soon. Wait until I tell you this story. So you guys remember just the other day, I showed you Peggy putting a ring on this girl.
He calls him Peggy? Yeah, I wonder why they call him Peggy.
Like an asshole only knowing the girl for only a month, right? Well, that same girl that he got down on his knees and put the ring on is the same girl just a couple days later may be the one to put Peggy in prison for a really long time when I tell you.
Where can I listen to the L's in the Chat song? Just here. I mean, that's a sick chorus. Someone could write a rap for it. I mean, maybe if I come up with a verse, we can do a whole song of it, right? Because there's definitely a theme. I know it was sent. It may have been sent over to Snoop Dogg himself. The L's in the chat. Hello, listener. Whoa, bro. Whoa, bro. This dude's obsessed with giving YouTube money. Obsessed. Thanks, hello, listener. Tony. Shout out, Tony. He proposed with the ring facing himself. Why is that not a surprise? Will me marry me, mother? And please, this girl isn't innocent. She knows what she's getting
into. Now, before I
into.
tell the story, I want to say, Danny, a fellow journalist, right? I'm going to put the link to her video in the comments because she's the one who broke this story. Days prior.
Happy birthday, man. What's your thoughts on evangelicalism? It's heresy. It's a heretical cult. What are your thoughts on Christians believing theistic evolution? It's incompatible. The first one is a horrifying modern innovation that we can mostly blame to Darby dispensationalism. And the latter just doesn't work. Hypostatic beard. And the metaphysics of evolution, the metaphysics of Christianity and the non-existent metaphysics of evolution are incompatible specifically for Christianity. And I've done many streams covering that. But if you want to read a book that's really great on it, it's going to take a long time because it's a thick book. It's not showing up here. Genesis, Creation, and Early Man. this will really get into it. If you're interested in that topic, hypostatic beard, it'll really get to the core of the problem. You and Dyer should collab on L's in the chat rap. It'd be cool. Yeah, we're like making fun of the people, the trolls that show up in the chat.
To Peggy getting arrested, right? We're going to the place where we all know he belongs. She called me and she told me the situation with Megan.
Oh, is that Peggy?
She did such a great job in
that's
digging and finding out information. And she told me everything that was going to end up happening as a result of what he did to her. And everything that she stated in her video, I can confirm is true because I saw photos, video, audio of the entire thing behind the scenes. Now, we can't show you, the photos and the video and the audio due to privacy concerns. But now, let me tell you the story of what happened that night. So just a few nights ago, after he proposed to her, Megan and Peggy, they had an argument. And Megan decided to...
Wait, wasn't the other girl's name something else? Who was the other girl's name? I can imagine, I can hear a clip of him saying it. Angie? Come on, Angie. What happened to Angie? What the heck? I can't keep up. Thank you, Aracota. I thought it was Angie.
To go out to a basketball game. She posted a photo, a little video clip of herself on her social media of her out at the game. Wes saw it, and he freaked the fuck out because in the video, she's showing, her boobs. And Wes is the one who paid for her implant surgery.
I pay for those! Those are my tits!
When he saw it, he calls...
Those are mine!
Holy cow!
Holy cow! That is a big super chat!
Thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate you. W's in the chat. Another key featured character in the Wes Watson debacle.
Wilson himself. Listen, you bitch. How dare you go out to a basketball game and show off
How dare you go to a basketball game with those basketballs I paid for?
Those tits like a sharmuta. In the meantime, I paid for them and you're going to show that shit off to another man. Then after that, he blew the hell up out of her phone because we've seen in the past what he does. He calls over and over and over like a little bitch. We've seen this behavior from him before.
I don't know why it just makes sense that if Wes Watson... I think Wes Watson wants his own boobies.
Well, when he got her on the phone...
Sometimes I'm too creative for my own good.
He screamed on the top of his lungs and he says, "You little bitch, you better get your..."
Father Seven from Rose? Yes, that's the book. Yeah, really good book. Can't remember. Does Vagine come in? Vagine? I don't think so. We should have thought of that, John. I never thought someone would want Vagine as a sticker. It just never occurred to me.
Or I'm coming after you. I'm coming after your family. And not only that, I'm going to cut off those tits on you that I put on.
I'm going to cut them right off!
Tell you, I heard and I saw this scene. Okay? So when I'm telling you this is true, it's 100% true.
Calling her nonstop, threatening her to get her ass over there, and if she did it, there was going to be a fucking problem. He also threatened other members of her family, saying that they were also going to be done for. He was saying things like he was going to cut her tits off of her body since he decided to pay.
Dude.
Pay for them.
So Megan, she gets home. I wish she hadn't gone back to Peggy's house that night because it could have avoided this whole situation. But if you think about it, we all know in the end, this shit...
It's like Face Off, yeah.
It could have happened when you're dealing with Wes Watson. So she gets home, and they continue.
Give me them back.
Give me those back.
Their argument. Peggy gets really pissed off.
I'm gonna
He's
snatch
trying
them
to
titties right.
steal that ring back, which he ended up getting charged for, right? And they end up in a fight.
Thank you, Golov.
He beats her down. She tries to run outside. He's trying to pull her. He hits her, right? A bunch of times. All of this whole scene, this whole chaos scene is going on while his bitch-ass butler, Jose, and his security guard...
Butler. Okay.
...are sitting and fucking watching. Now, what I've been thinking is...
Shave your tits. That's literally...
The cops got there. Was there security cameras where they saw this entire scene in order to hit him with 5 felonies, which I'm going to go over with you guys here in a moment.
When she got there, the fight obviously got worse, and he decided to hold her hostage, didn't let her leave, and then proceeded to literally beat her ass. Yes, he beat her ass, you guys, in front of Jose and the bodyguard. While Megan was screaming, crying, begging people to help her, begging the people who were around to step in and help her, and they did absolutely fucking nothing.
So eventually she ended up finding a way to leave, which I believe her cousin picked her up outside Peggy's house, took her to the emergency room, and they ended up filing charges against Peggy. Now, I've seen photos, some photos, not all of them, of the injuries on the girl. I saw a cut, a gash in her head. I saw bruising on her right cheek. And I know that she has a black...
So the problem with this is, like, of course, you know, everything we know about Wes Watson, it's likely that this is all true. But now we're in such a place in society where these chicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know. We're in such a place in society where you might have to take a hesitant pause. But for Wes Watson, nah.
Guy now, I didn't see any of the body injuries, but I saw her face. So obviously this happened, and obviously he wouldn't have been charged with 5 felonies as a result if this wasn't real.
She finally got to the ER. Megan finally got to the ER, and when she arrived...
Yeah, you just never know. I mean, look, we have men hitting themselves in the faces with hammers now.
She obviously had a black eye, you know, like I said, gashes on her forehead.
So the state of Florida has come down hard on this piece of shit, because you know why?
And God bless you for it, Justin. You should keep it that way.
They have to be tired of his antics, of his bullshit that he's been doing and running around town in Florida doing.
Yeah, for Wes Watson, this is pretty much, yeah. I just abandoned all what would be like a just way of looking at it for Wes Watson. Yeah. I mean, look, it's the best place for him to be is in jail, for society and for him. He loves it there. He loves it.
And since he's been there, the traffic stops, how he acts to the police, the 7-foot monster, all the other things that he's been involved in since he's been there, and now the sugar on the fucking cake. Wait, not the sugar on the cake, the cherry on top, beating down a woman. So they put on him 5 felony charges.
Maybe it's not a woman. Maybe it's not a woman.
And you guys can't forget, he's already out on bail for what he did to the 7-foot monster. So having 5 felonies on, and if you look at the court documents here, under the bail status, they have him listed as a high bail amount or flight risk. But still, we don't know if he's even going to get bail because he hasn't seen the judge yet, which we're going to find out. Personally, I don't think he's going to get bail on any amount of money, considering he's got 5 felonies.
This is foreplay for Peggy.
The other case going on. And I'm going to close by saying something, okay? This whole scene, I heard him, I saw him, okay?
The sugar on the cake.
And this guy's a fucking animal. And the threats he told the family, the girl saying, I'm going to cut those fucking tits out. I mean, we've seen him act like an asshole all over social media. But this one was on a completely different level. And let me tell you, you go to prison, anyone will tell you, you don't want to be a PDF file and you don't want to be a woman beater. And let me tell you, they're all waiting for this asshole there, because if you don't think they know what this asshole's been up to, he served before 8-9 years.
It's just going to, but it'll be like a part 2 of his prison to YouTube pipeline, though. It'll be like Wes Watson returns, redeemed. Back to YouTube.
He goes this time. It's going to be a different story.
It's like, what is a woman?
Story for this asshole.
That's true. That you'd be forced. Yeah. It said common L on his documents. You know where he keeps most of his documents, don't you? Another thing he bragged about.
No, it's easy. You just roll them up and you just stuff them right in.
Redeemed boomer.
And babe, you know this new studio move?
Well, it's a nice little 10-minuter. Good production value that guy has. I'm going to start doing my hair like that. I'm the woman now. Wes Watson Part 2 prolapsed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, he comes out Buddhist, yeah, or Muslim. I could see him going full Muslim, actually. That's actually a decent prediction. If Wes Watson if any of these people actually ever go to jail, which seems to be very rare these days, he'll go Muslim. Yep. He'll do it. He's going to do it. He's going to get some more tattoos. What does he have? He has the word cash or something on his skull, or something like that. Wacky world. Prison wallet. Yeah, that's the prison wallet. So weird. It's so weird to be to a degree connected to that guy in such a strange way. Free Yosemite Sam. It's like a good thing for him though. He's not going, oh no. He's going,
It's like my second home.
You're going to see him getting baptized. Yeah, he's going to be baptized on Twitter in the jail, Pentecostal jail room or something like this. Thank you so much, Josiah. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, y'all.
Mother!
Yeah, he's enjoying his papers, right? I thought there would be a little more info on it, though, but, it seems like it's just early reporting on all this. So there's that. Thank you so much. Batman bad guy, yeah.
Wes Watson is like a generic Batman bad guy.
Yeah. He's not even good at being the villain, though. He's not good. Who is this guy? Oh, this other guy. Who is this dude? Andrew debated this dude, the guy with the worst camera angle ever. And this guy's getting cycled through the debate world for some reason. Skinny looking guy. He debated, he got actually absolutely annihilated by Eli last night. Where did they come from? Is this like the Jubilee All-Stars or something? Is there a pipeline? I don't know where they show up from, but they got no business doing what they're doing. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, Blake. Wes Watson.
Rip Rich and right back to prison!
What a nut job. What an absolute nut job that guy is. What else we got here? I don't even know if the Matt Dillahunty thing is worth covering. Some people covered it. He's toast. He's been toast for years. You can watch the girls video. Oh, the girls video on it. I don't want to listen to her either on my birthday. It's fun to predict, though, his outcome. I think these people don't get any jail time, usually. It's like, he's going back to jail. It'll be like 2 months. That's what I think. I know someone who pulled over 3 people impersonating an officer, filmed it, I think even posted it or something. He didn't even go to jail. Imagine just going out and pulling people over and just be like, I'm just doing a TikTok video. So what's the problem? And then you just don't go to jail for it? This is why vigilantes start showing up. I'm telling you. It's like the more people play video games and the more vigilante activity seems to be required, the more people probably think they can do it. Have they ever made a show or a movie about a vigilante who's just really bad at it, though? They're always good at it. It's like even the superheroes, but if you're really look at it from a realistic perspective, being a vigilante would be very difficult. It would be as difficult as doing any other thing that was illegal that included violence. So it's like, I mean, it would kind of be boring because maybe they would never have a successful mission or something. What's going on, Metal Stalfos? Nice to see you. You broke in your ex's house and only took my clothes. Served 4 years. Whoa, no way, dude. Really? That's crazy, dude. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Holy cow! That is a big super.
Thank you so much, Jack. Very generous birthday dowry tip there. God bless you as well.
Holy.
Thank you so much. Blank Man is a bad... Blank Man. Is he Marvel? A TV show would be just about every other leftist. Well, I was wondering when they finally force, because they're like, we need a black female James Bond. Eventually they'll take Mission Impossible and they'll force the character to be like handicapped. And then the actual title will make sense. And it's just like the movie cover is just like someone in a wheelchair, like totally vegetized. Dun 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 dun. Like that whole segment of music is just the person pressing the handicap push button door, and they're not even going at it. They're just getting stuff at Walgreens. Ba-dum. Ba-da-da. Da-da-da. Actually, someone ends up helping them. They don't even do it themselves. Or you try to lower a guy in a wheelchair into those laser infested rooms. And they can't even get the wheels to touch. They're just sideways and just laying sideways on the ground. Yeah, blowing into the tube to sneak forward. Yep. Peacemaker is kind of bad. Yeah. Peacemaker's Peacemaker's a parody of the United States, basically. They're making fun of the U.S. The dumb brute. They're characterizing as the dumb brute who's stupid and makes mistakes, but has brute force still, and he gets taken advantage of by the smaller, smarter, hunched-over people with stomach problems. Best vigilante ever was a shoveler, Mystery Men. Thank you, Josiah, thank you so much. I almost called you Jose. Appreciate you guys, too. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, someone became a Jortlandian work visa holder. Nice. Speaking of, I got a scathing letter from the sheriff's department to pick up my concealed carry. Where I am, you have to update it and take a test and everything. They're making it harder and harder for us. But they're like, again, you cannot be carrying without your little cardy card. Chill, dude. I don't even go anywhere. Chill, bro. For those of you just coming in, I did show pictures of me when I was a child. But before that, I told you guys that I downloaded Blender and I did the first project. I pretty much got overwhelmed when we got to the sprinkles, though. And I subsequently added texture to the donut. Very promising, though. Very promising first, 2 hours. My first 2 hours with Blender, I was able to make this. obviously, Blender has multi-uses. You could use it for importing into Unity if you ever wanted to make a video game. You can use it for animation. You can use it for 3D printing, which is probably the reason I'm going to be making this, practicing this stuff, is within like a year and a half, I'll finally, God willing, have my workshop, my metalsmithing workshop back up, where you guys, my channel and everyone who follows me will get an entire new world of what I do. And it's going to be really great. But to be able to have this skill is going to be really fruitful for me. So there's little Jim Bob. There's little J Bob right there. Troublemaker. Little slant-eyed troublemaker right there. Don't ask me how I got them eyes. Don't ask me how I got these eyes. Maybe ask my mom. Maybe. You ever think about that? I've been a CGI artist for 15 years. If you ever had any questions, oh yeah, definitely, Mike. I mean, that's one question I have for you off the bat. If you've been a CGI artist for 15 years, speaking of CGI, Meg Bob, what did we just watch? The Mount Everest climbing movie from 2000 with Bill Paxton. Oh man, dude, the eagle from that movie, we were laughing so hard in the beginning. And oh, sorry, CGI. Speaking of CGI for 15 years, obviously 15 years ago, this was very specialized, right? And the amount of the amount of people, normies, who had technology was minimal. And now the amount of normies with the same technology to produce not only what was produced 15 years ago, but even way better than that, looking at my donut. How do you guys keep up with it? Mike, aren't you guys like in a race against normies, basically? Isn't that what's happening? Don't you have to like stay on top of your game like big time? Because like people learning this stuff on YouTube and getting really good at it, and the tech getting cheaper and cheaper and more open source, I'm legitimately wondering how you guys stay on top. I don't know how you do it. Vertical limit. Oh man. The eagle is so, it's so funny that if I can get away with it, I'm gonna make my new super chat alert the flying eagle in the beginning. It's so funny. I mean, will they flag my channel? Hold on. Vertical limit opener. Dude, the eagle is so bad. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah. This is gonna be my, this is definitely gonna be my super chat alert. I'm gonna make this my super chat alert. Dude. There. Every time you guys super chat, you're getting that. Change my entire show. I'm going to change my entire show aesthetic just because of one very long, by the way, very long movie. They just kept everything. They were like, we got that? Yeah, we'll keep that. Keep that? Yep, we'll keep that. Keep all of it. That's not real. Yeah, that's going to be your new super chat. Even the music. I feel like, what, is that 5 seconds? I can't get flagged for 5 seconds. Never became Video FX, but it's not a race against improvement, but degradation. Studios have to fight for the lowest costs quickly. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, there's really good videos, though. Like, there's this one video. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. Because I've been looking for all of these tutorials, so I'm just kind of getting the language of it first. And there's this genre of tutorials that are basically amateur, noob, moderately good, and expert, and they all use CGI to make something. This, I can't. This one is a Glock. Man. YouTube, you suck so bad. Even though there's probably no one holding a pew pew, I'm not even going to risk it. But there's one video where they make a Glock, and the noob makes it, and the moderate person makes it, and then the expert makes it. And it really shows the experience for anyone who's new to things like Blender. The experience, there are all these shorts too, these meme shorts for Blender, where people are just like expert, noob, and then it shows the noob like doing the most ridiculous technique to build something, and then the expert has this crazy shortcut, and they show like the Chad meme towering over him. Yeah, there are, but they're not live streams. That's the difference. They're not live streams. They look flat and cheap. Yeah, things are getting cheaper. Yeah. Yeah, that's why there has to be a synthesis. Someone mentioned, what was that early chat? I already forgot the name of the tech or the app or whatever he said, but the synthesis is like taking crude stuff, like my flat drawings would be an example, and using that medium to produce something that looks new and doesn't look like everything else and behaves differently. So that's kind of like, that's the approach anyway that you would take. The expert looks depressed. Yeah, there is an element of that, isn't there? Like, we're like, you ever go to Vegas and the person who has no idea what craps are, they just show up to the table and they're just kind of like, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what choices they're making. And they just like have a blast. And then the person who's just been there for 20 years is just like, yeah, the expert just uses, yeah, there's like one that's redone all the time. It's a pipe connection, right? A little right angle curved pipe, right? They're trying to connect it to the upper one, and they're like building and stretching, extruding it's called. You extrude, and then you try to bend it, and then the expert just selects the outline of the two connections, makes a straight connection, and then alters that in like 2 seconds. I was like, what the heck, dude? Man, that's crazy, man. It's pretty addictive, though, even though it's overwhelming. I learned how to... There are these... I forgot what it's called, like particle nodes. Which, it's weird, the correlation between understanding sound input-outputs on these digital platform things, like Voice Meter. Understanding that system, and then going into Blender, some of these, like, systems that, let's say... like when I was making the what do you call them? I almost called them sparkles. The stuff you put on donuts. You spread them out randomly. And so a normal thinking person just goes, well, I'll just make one and maybe copy, paste, and manually place them. But there's a way to spread them out randomly. And so it's all of these routing systems. Like input. It's like when I run my machine, my pedal machine for my guitar, it's like similar to that. And once you understand in your head, the names of the things are what's confusing. How they name these things, you're just like, dude, what's your problem? What's your problem? What's wrong with you? It's weird that since my baby was born, I feel very uneasy about my wife going to the store without me. Will this feeling go away? It lowers a little bit, but generally, no, that's normal, stillborn. And you'll just get different worries as time goes on. You'll just change your worries. It's like a worry exchange system. It's like worry updates that Dude. Oh,
The
this
past
is embarrassing,
history.
bro.
The future is a mystery. Right now
Bob.
is a gift, and
Meg
that's
Bob.
why they call it the
Why you do
present.
me like that?
My birthday gift to you is a shitty poem.
Oh, Meg Bob. Oh, this is good. All right, ready? You guys are in for a treat now. Okay, this is me. This is crazy. This is just crazy talk. Oh my gosh. Watch this. Watch this, guys. Yep. Look at that hair, dude. You kidding me? Dude, I was such a punk, too. Such an attitude. Look at the disarray. You guys have no idea the existence I grew up in. I grew up in like a almost 200-year-old farmhouse. And you could see how old and poor. I always go to other people's houses. They'd be like, when are we going to do a sleepover at your house? And I'm like, never. But what's important here is the hair. I remember that. That was like, it was popular to be like a skater at that time. And, you know, you have skater hair. So you're like, oh, you comb it over your head and you shave underneath it or whatever. And then you're cool. It's like, I couldn't even skate. I just hung out with my friends who skated. And I was like, I could probably do that, but I'd rather play baseball. But that's not even like the key part of the thing to pick up on in this photo. The key thing to look at in this photo is just my expression. Just tormented. It's literally the same look. Yeah, I was a poser for sure. Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of a normal thing you go through. You're like, I go through a phase where you're like, you know, like a prep. Went through a prep phase where I was like, oh yeah, no, I can wear a turtleneck. I could wear a turtleneck, you guys. I'm like, no, you shouldn't. The other one, I'm just picking my nose. It's kind of... I was always a jokester. Always. Always a jokester, a prankster. Always trying to produce some high-level response. Not high level. Not high-level response. What would it be? Just provoke some response. Any response. Do anything for a response. I don't care. I'll do anything. I would do anything for a response. Oh, the shirts are hilarious. The shirts are crazy. Yeah, watch. Where's this other shirt? Watch this other shirt. Dude, this is crazy. Look at that. Look at this shirt. Oh, wait. This is... What the hell? Oh. Doop. There's me picking my nose on purpose, obviously. Wow, I'm having flashbacks to that house I grew up in. Wow. Look at that shirt, though. That's like a t-shirt with a hood. What the hell? Yeah, exactly. T-shirt with a hood. You still make that face when you tell us that Evo happened and you ask how and they say it happened. It's crazy how much of that internal feeling is still just right with me. Just like, what are you talking about? What? Your brother had that shirt? Probably. By the way, I grew up in a place where you'd have to drive an hour minimum to go get clothing. Just so you guys know. There's no, like, big place to go. You had to drive to Albany to get anything. Like, like, you know, sneakers, cleats, pants, shirts, whatever else, like, you needed for the beginning of the school year. You needed to do that in, like, this one trip. If you wanted to go to the movies, we did have, like, a small movie theater, but if you wanted, like, to experience the mall, going to the mall, like, as teenagers, that was a huge thing. Like, most of the time we didn't do it. We would just go play basketball at the lake or whatever. We're like, oh, you really want to drive an hour to go to the mall to walk around and maybe talk to girls? An hour? I don't think so. I think I'm going to sit this one out, guys. Just dropped in to say happy birthday, Jim Bob. I'm sure your shoulders will catch up to you someday. I hope so. I hope so. I got to get back to the gym. For some reason, during Lent, that went out. For some reason. Just, well, we'll not do that then, too. No eating things I want. I guess no that. Yeah, basketball at the lake. Pretty much. There are actually two lakes. There was a lake that I would ride my bike to, which took an hour and 30 minutes to ride my bike there on a main road. And that was one basketball park there. And then there was another one much further. It's only two. We also grew up in a place where all of the New York City Orthodox, or I should say Hasidic Jews would come. And they were always so rude and stinky. And they would also wash themselves in the lake. Like, we'd catch them washing themselves in the lake. We're like, what are you guys doing here? Can you go back to New York City, please? That never sat right with me. Never made me feel right about anything like that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that was nice of you. Yeah. Nice. Nice, dude. Nice. All right, we got more. We got more, yo. All right, this one is, what do we got here? Oh, this is me at my prom. I was the prince at my prom. Pretty happy about the power I got, right? The prestige, notoriety. It's like, that's right. That's right. Graduating class of 31, maybe. Pretty happy about it. I was also a pretty decent basketball player. But this picture really looks like I'm getting blocked. Thanks, Megan. See, I was about to be like, yeah, I was a really good basketball player, MVP, and we were undefeated. Here's a picture of me getting blocked. There's a getting just mogged. There's a mog photo. MAGA. But I was always jumping through the air. That's what I was good at. Just jumping a lot. A lot of jumping. I did. I could jump very high. I could grab the rim from a vertical. But I mean, these are times when when you're really strong and light. Right now, I could probably climb up the net, which would be really funny to watch. Loud shirts, wrecking degens. That's what JB does. Yep. Happy birthday, Jim Bob. Currently watching your debate with Planet Peterson at DebateCon. Nice. It's a fun one. Weird time to do a debate on naturalism at 8 in the morning or whatever. But Jim Bob's first experience with bagels were bathing bagels in the lake, pretty much. And those were like a specific type, right? Those were a type of bagel. Forgot how to jump. It hurts. It actually hurts to jump now. It's painful. But I was also surprisingly good at blocking my opponents. I would kind of time my jump, especially for like layups, not for jump shots. Like a fast break or something, I could time a block quite well because I could jump higher than most people my height, and so they would underestimate the little goblin chasing them down the court. I actually went to college and community college, and I was on their basketball team. And I thought because I was good in high school, because I went to a D school. We did play A schools though, and we beat them. In other words, black people. We played black people and beat them. And but then I went to college, community college, and I was on the team, and it was just it was embarrassing. It was like, I remember one game we like went 6 hours to like Buffalo, and we just got stomped so hard. It was humiliating. And the person I was guarding was like probably a 5'2" black dude, and he dunked like 7 times in the game. And I would say he dunked on me, but I was nowhere in sight. It would actually be like an advantage to me. It would make me look better if he actually dunked on me. Happy birthday. If you shave your arms, you can jump higher. That's true. Love you, Korean Bob. You're top G. Thank you so much. I'm the top boy. My average points, not many points, like 13, but I'd have like, I don't know, 6 to 8 assists, maybe two or 3 steals, and rebounds. I'm also like one of those like Muggsy Bogues characters where he can like time an awkward shot coming off the rim that goes far, and I would grab the rebounds. 5'2", he must have been part Mexican. No, he was pretty fully African. I also almost got into an actual brawl because we went out, and I didn't want to go out, but we went out in Buffalo, and dude, I was hanging out with gangsters, literal gangsters from like Hudson, New York, who like actually had guns on them. Little did I know. I did find out. And we were out, and like they started a fight in the bar, and then we left the bar, and the dude who was starting the fight, who had a gun, he threw a brick at just a Mercedes windshield. I was like, dude, I can't be on your basketball team. I don't care how good you are at alley-oops. I can't hang out with you people. I can't assimilate with you. I can't be seen with you. I quit. That's why I quit basketball. I didn't even quit because we were bad. I quit because the majority of the team was low-class urban trash. Happy birthday, young man. Hope you enjoyed your day. Yes, I'm enjoying my day. Thank you for that. Hit with the bang bang. Get that bang bang. Yeah, seriously. That's what it was like. I was like, okay, dude, I don't care. Call it racism, call it whatever you want. I'm not hanging out with you guys. I'm not driving. I'm not going to get on a bus and go to these different colleges and play basketball and then I might get shot because of you people. Like, why? Why would I do that? Thank you, Rachel, for the 10 gifted memberships. I didn't see that before. And even the other white dudes on the team pretended to be black. I remember one time on the bus, this dude, Brendan, who was like the other guard, he really thought he was black. And there was a record skip moment because he dropped a straight up N bomb, and not an and the whole bus. I'm trying to imagine. I wonder if even the bus driver stopped. But that was a moment where he was like, "Oh, I don't belong, do I?" I was like, "All right, you guys suck too." Even the 3 or 4 white dudes on my team weren't even white. I never belonged there. Never belonged. And why is it never the opposite way? You know what I mean? Even in the NBA, you like look at the culture, you'll get like little side interviews of these people, and the white guys are always talking black. You never get the black guy adopting the white culture that's there. And yeah, you could say it's just the majority distinction, that the dominant culture is going to be present over the minority culture. But it's always even Asian dudes. Who's that one dude? Jeremy Wang or whatever. You see an interview with him, just abandons his proper Asian talker. Just starts rapping. Thank you so much, Mafia. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like an old comedy movie. It's exactly what it was like. My parents have been racing sailboats together for 35 years. So that's what I grew up. Wow, that's crazy. Wait, so you're yeah, totally. I know someone who lived their first 5 years of their life on a sailboat. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, to be new parents, like especially an under 1 year old and being on a sailboat, I think that's just a bad idea. But I knew someone that was their first, like that was their home, like everything, their homeschooling, their entire, like, I think it was 3 years maybe on a boat. Crazy. That would suck. There are small very race-specific boats called the Thistle. Really? Is that like the Kon-Tiki or something? Caitlin Clark holds her traditional RC values more than 99% of the players. Yeah, I haven't seen much of her socially. I just see her jump shot here and there in clips. But she probably gets an N pass anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask about that. I was just blown away with the idea of the first part of your existence basically believing Waterworld was the reality. That's weird. Did someone ever jump up to dunk and their sack got wiped across your upper lip? No. It definitely happened to other people, though. That's for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a good question, though, testicular tactics. Asking the questions other people are afraid to ask. It's a good sign of a leader. Pearl. What is Pearl up to these days? Michael the Pilot, $5. Sir, we are highly skilled immigrants, sir. Please do not insult, please. Very beautiful country. You get out of here. You get out of here.
Happy birthday, fellow 81. Keep up the good work, Ron.
Thank you, Ron. Fellow 81. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You played hockey? We didn't have hockey. We did have roller hockey. My friend introduced roller hockey to me. Yeah. I actually missed a summer league basketball game because of it. So, roller hockey's, looking back on it, it's so gay. Even something about hockey, you know, you get the brutal aspect of your teeth. Like, obviously, it's a very rough sport. Obviously, you have to be pretty masculine and rough and resilient to play hockey. But I find that so strange. It's juxtaposed with the sort of like elegant gliding around the rink. You know what I mean? It's like a bunch of really brutal men who are toothless and ready for war, and they're just like, it's like everything. You pan down, you see teeth and blood and a broken nose and a crooked eye, and sweating. Looks like they just got in a bar fight in London, but London 100 years ago. And then you zoom down and they're just on their ice skates and they stop really quickly with their ice skates. Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird mix. No, what I'm saying is true. You can say L all day, but there's at least 10% of hockey that's extremely flamboyantly gay. Just gliding around. Shh, shh, I'm going to get you. Shh, I'm going to check you. Shh, shh. And they can't help it because to be good at ice skating, you have to be elegant. There's no way around. You can't be like sort of like masculine and goofy and really good and agile and versatile with your skating. You have to be like a seal in the water. So you can't get away from it. I don't care how many teeth you lose. You're still gliding around. You still hear that sound. Shh, shh, shh. You still have to do that thing when you stop. Shh. Yeah, you're a warrior. We get it. Until we get to your shoes. We get it. You can beat people up. Their shoes are daggers. No, it's gay because it's not used for it. They don't use their shoes for that. No, that's like saying the guy holding his katana blades, right? Or what did Raphael have in the Ninja Turtles? He's holding those, but he doesn't use them. He uses them to dance. He uses them he throws them up in the air and does a floor performance. And this guy's all, dude, Raphael had those like swords, dude. How are those gay? Because he's not using them. He's not using the daggers. He's doing modern dance. You got your size on your feet. Shh, 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 shh. You little, I'm going to get you. I'm going to chase you down to the other side of the ring right now. Shh, here I come. Shh, 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 shh. It's like, dude, your non-existent teeth, you can't fool me. They should, like, that's why lacrosse is kind of like the field version of hockey, and they actually have to run. They're not on roller skates. Look, hockey players, should lacrosse be played with roller skates? You should say yes. But you'd say no. You'd be like, no, that's so gay. Roller skates? No, run, dude. Run like a man. Use your energy. But no, you guys are gliding around on ice. It's like watching an event on ice. It's like when they do like the Lion King on ice. Lacrosse on ice. That's what you guys are doing. It's humiliating. It's like taking a half-truth of what masculine is and just putting something gay on the feet. Okay, here's the take. Look, dude, the coping in the chat is insane. The brutality of it really is the momentum of the skates. Oh, yeah, okay. Is that what it is? That's how you're going to make the ice skates masculine? Is that what we're going to do now? Okay. I mean, can you imagine if football was played, but they had ice skates on? All the rules were the same, but they had ice skates. Do you know how much that would be made fun of? And brutal, and football is more brutal insofar as the actual contact that's happened than ice skating. Ice skating with a stick. Way more, right? But if you said, hey guys, we start a new game called it's football on the ice. Okay, any of you hockey people saying the ice skating part of hockey isn't gay, you'd have to actually say it wasn't gay if they changed football, if they did football on ice. Are you willing to do that? Who's willing to do that in the chat right now? To say if they put ice skates on football players and they did football on ice. You're going to say that. You're going to actually double. You're going to. Are you going for it? Who's going? They got really quiet in the chat. Okay. Football on ice. Yes or no? Y or N? Football on ice. It's already a thing. See? Yeah, well, let's find a footage of it. Football on ice. Watch. You guys, yeah, I can't wait till you guys defend this. Football on ice. Where is it? I don't see anything. Shh, 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 shh. BB's alive? That's the one guy I didn't do an impression of yet. Netanyahu. Everyone says is dead. That was weird, though, I will tell you. If that was real footage of Mike Huckabee's face altering, and by real, I mean that was the things presented as real, I saw that change and I was like, that's fake. But now AI, people are now populating the internet immediately. Anything that comes out, there's an AI version of it that comes out, both at the same time. Football's already, yeah, I think football is one of the, yeah. I've never asked Megan. We go to if we're invited to like a football party and it's just friends and it's like, well, go, we'll just, you know, hang out, have a drink or whatever. And it's always the dudes in the living room, and I'm sort of like, you'd think I was the more gay one because I'm like in the kitchen and want to have like normal conversations about stuff, and they're all packed in the living room watching 350-pound jacked black guys in super tights in leotards chase each other and tackle each other and grab each other. And there's a little white guy dressed like a zebra in the sea of black people who's just trying not to get hit by them. Oh, like, how am I supposed to participate
I'm with
here?
Jim Bob on this. Anything on ice is gay.
You can't not be. You cannot escape the shh, shh. It's the same reason why cops on bikes it's gay. Cops on wheels, like any sort of like roller skate cops. No. You can't escape that aspect. Look at it this way. Let's say there's a movie and there's two armies, and one army lives in the snow. They're equipped for the snow. Everything's so badass. They have polar bear furs and all these weird handmade objects and weapons. They eat raw seal. You know, everything about them in this fantasy, it's just like so rugged. Like, damn. That's a way of life right there. But then it cuts to a war scene that happens on a frozen lake. And then the people who are intruding on their land slowly make their way onto the ice, and they're walking, right? Maybe they have a sled or something. They're walking. They have spikes under their feet, maybe. They've developed these metal spikes or bones or something under their shoes, and they can grasp the ice. They're walking forward like men like this. You know, their breath immediately freezing in front of their faces. And then you hear from a distance, the men on the ice think, our enemies. Do they have an ice dragon? What is that creepy sound? And around the banks of the lake, a sea of men in furs ice skating toward them. Shh, 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 shh. The army of Vikings who have bones under their boots, chills down their spine. What have we gotten into, boys? We're gonna get you. They do it in formation. It makes it even gayer. World War, yeah, exactly. If you did World War II on ice, would it be gay? Yeah. Hockey is the closest sport. No, it doesn't resemble ancient combat. Ancient combat, you had your feet. It's exactly what I'm saying, Vagine. You didn't have an ice skating rink. What are you talking about? That'd be terrifying? No. If you were scared, it's irrelevant. The question is if you saw that. You know, gay pride parades are terrifying. What's your point? Ice skating barbarians coming to take your wife? No, I'm telling you, the visual, you can't get away from this, guys. There's no way around this. Shh, 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 shh. Slow motion. Shh, shh, shh. And, you know, to intimidate you, they go around the army. They do a nice, like, you know, like, you know, speed skating? They do the exact, they're like well-trained in speed skating as well. So they do those like sharp turns around their
You're
enemies.
wrong. It's 10 times more straight on ice. And I don't even watch sports. I just want to be a contrarian. Peace. I like how Jay summarizes football. Oh, did you see the big sweaty black man chasing the other black guy? Oh, scared face emoji.
Yeah. That's the funniest part, man. Is like if they were to do the intimidating ritual of circling, they'd have to do the speed skating turn. And then they'd all have to stop at once with their expert quick stops. Quick stop. Dude, there's even videos of people practicing quick stops, like men, grown men, who have entire reels where they're like, you ever try one of these stops? And they go backwards and they're all... And then they do a spin around. They're like, did you get it? Their poor wives and girlfriends are at the crappy, concession stand just waiting for their time rental fee to expire so they can go home to their kids. You don't think Vikings on ice was a real thing? What does that mean? We're talking about ice skating here. Something on ice would be like a sleigh with dogs. You'd be on a sleigh. You know what I'm saying? Or skis. Like skis are already, and I think skiing's pretty gay. Skis are already entirely less gay than ice skating. Like if you're on skis and you're getting pulled by a wolf, okay, you get a pass. Skis and wolves. Sleighs and wolves. Ice skaters? In fur? Well, Emmanuel. Attila doing a swirl on skates and a pirouette. Frightening. Horrifying. All the scaredy cats fearing ice skating barbarians are just homophobes. Look, dude, a gay pride parade on ice. They do it on ice. I'm sure they've done it. On ice. Even snowboarding is way more masculine than that. Thank you so much. Yes, I will put it toward the workshop.
For the workshop. Broccoli.
Wolves on skis. Yeah, wolves and skis, fine. You know? Handmade skis made out of planks of wood that were pieces of the houses of the people you just annihilated from the previous town. Nice. The guy who says, what if we get in these little boots? Let's get in the blades. Saw a video of a guy falling face first on a chair that was better than ice skating. That was way better than ice skating, yeah. Thor's really was 2 goats? That's very inefficient. Goats are silly. Ice hockey? Perfect. And with clips and everything. Right here, can I bring in a clip? Moderator, can I get a clip? I want to show a clip of this. Look, you guys can't. Look, it's really easy. If you're defending hockey to be masculine, but you're including the ice skating part, you have to say any other sport. If you added ice skates, it makes it more masculine. Otherwise, you have to hold a neutral position. At best, neutral. Amoral. So the challenge goes out to you guys. If I said everything about hockey is masculine until you get to the skates, and you said, no, don't take away that part, Jim Bob. Shh, I'm coming to get you. Shh. Oh, there's a turn? No problem. Shh. And stop. It's like a cheerleading move. So if that's true, take any other masculine sport and you tell me if they put on ice skates and you said, let's do it on ice, it wouldn't make it less masculine. Give me one instance on ice as an added thing would make it more masculine. One example, firefighting on ice. On ice. Just like your opinion, man. Ice hockey is more masculine than field hockey? Well, only because field hockey is mostly played by women. So, like, your association of field hockey is women. Like, I don't even think I've ever seen men play field hockey. So, yeah. It is. It's more masculine than field hockey. But not because it's on ice. Like, look, masculine people playing field hockey is obviously more masculine definitionally than just women playing field hockey.
Lots of questionable men in the chat today. It appears there are tons of gays amongst the chat today, Jimmy B.
No, because field hockey, you're not allowed to do what you can do in ice hockey. That's why. Because I was thinking, is it the ice? It can't be the ice. Like, if there was a way to keep the ice, but not the skates, I think it's the ice hockey paradox. There's no way around this.
Jim Bob. Half black Justin here. God bless and many years to you and Meg Bob. I saw she had a birthday a few days ago.
She did.
Please excuse my minor donation. I will make up for it later this year.
No worries about that. Yeah, and my son's birthday's tomorrow, so all of your donations are for him as well. He was almost born on the same day as me. So close. Ball hockey is a direct comparison. Ball hockey. So it's just a ball and you just run around. Yeah, but can you check? You know, the only thing you have is if you can get higher speeds on ice, then the collisions are more brutal. But that's an incidental byproduct of the ice skating. It still doesn't mean the ice skating part's not extremely feminine. So you can have both of those true. You can say the ice skating aspect, the effect of it is that more speed is built up. There's more force. Okay, fair enough. I'll grant it. But that's just like saying doing something partially gay added to this effect that was more brutal. And we could probably think of things that still applies to, right? Well, I mean, you look at Wes Watson, what he's going to be experiencing in jail. Something gay happening that still has the effect of like the most brutal thing that you can do. MMA on ice. Yeah. See, I think ice hockey, I think they should make like ice cleats. Basically like ice climbing shoes. If they did hockey, what's equivalent to hockey, but it was that, I'd be interested in to see how it turns out. Correlation versus causation. How can you determine it is the ice making it? No, it's not the ice. It's not the ice. It's the skating. That's what I'm saying. How do you keep the ice but stop the men from doing their little... I'm going to get you back. I am going to get you back. Shh, 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 shh. Field hockey? No. Field hockey doesn't have ice. We're asking, how do you keep the ice without the skates? How do you keep the speed without the skating? It's impossible. It's a paradox. It's a payoff. It's a trade-off. That's all it is. It's a trade-off. That's it. What can you say? You guys can't get out of this. Sorry. Rugby. Look, rugby's more masculine, and they lift each other up. They do lifts. They literally do lifts in rugby. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Rugby's more masculine than hockey. Don't tell me it's not. Somehow more masculine than football. And it's similar to football. And it's similar to both. How dude, polo might... Oh, this is crazy. Am I about to take this to another direction? Another level here? If polo is more masculine, polo might be more masculine than hockey, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'd still wear it. I'd still wear it, Zorched. Look, I played roller hockey. Dude, I would get annihilated in hockey. I would get my teeth knocked in. I'd get bruised. I'd get my shoulder dislocated. I'd get a rib broken. And still at the end, when they're like, hey, thanks for coming by and running with us. And I'd be like, you mean skating? Shh, shh, shh. Thanks for chasing me down. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's not an L, dude. No. No. The act of ice skating, independent, just on its own, is one aspect of hockey that you cannot masculinize. You cannot make it masculine. You're always going to be making that sound, and you're always going to be gliding. You're going to run a little bit, and then you're going to glide. And then you're going to have to stop. Shh, stop. No way around it. Sorry. Couldn't ice skates be a symbol of mastery and speed over ice? The fact is also used for ice dancing is irrelevant. Look, it's an aesthetic thing. I'm not even arguing that mastering skating is like a way to dominate the ice. I'm not even gonna push back on that. I'm not even gonna push back on it. But no. You know why? This is why, because you're talking about straight physics. Just the mastery of physics doesn't get you out of this pickle. Here's why, Gooberang. You ever see those people who twirl ribbons and then they throw it up with the baton? And it's like, and they catch it? Well, using your logic, you'd have to say, isn't that just mastery over air and spatial dynamics and gravity and all the rest, right? That means a man doing a twirly baton bit, throwing it up and doing a spin and then catching it before it hits the ground and then making an S. Hey, tornado time! Tornado time! You're going to have to tell me that that's just mastery over the elements. You're going to have to say it. You're going to have to say it. Say it.
Pooping on ice? Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Imagine Vagine and her family going ice fishing, and they don't know what it is yet, and someone drills the hole, and they all start pooping in it, and you're like, what are you guys doing? We're fishing, you freaks. What's wrong with you? Jarvis, pull up a ball hockey clip. See if it's less gay on ice than on ice. Ball hockey? Ball hockey. Ball hockey. Well, we have to do men's ball hockey. Men's. There's a lot of women playing ball. I played ball hockey. That's exactly what I played. Here we go. All right, welcome back to a very popular stadium here downtown
After 16
Buffalo.
days, some 94 games called.
Here we go, a packed stadium here. Get your pretzels and hot dogs here This is where the men show up against men in the battle of sticks and tennis shoes. That's right, folks. This is men's ball hockey league, the state championship of ball hockey. You see the two teams building up their morale. You can see Coach Donnings yelling at his team as usual. That is signature for Coach Donnings, often in the news for various altercations in various places. Everywhere he goes, you'll know he's there. They're getting clearly jacked up here. They've expressed reasons why they're not on ice. We already know some of those reasons. Of course, the other team in the white here, Coach Donahue and the Falcons, the running Falcons, the no ice birds, they call them. The anti-icebergs. See that lining up for their respective ritual that they do before the game. First lineup here. There's the goalie, Pedro. Pedro, one of the best goalies in the league. Here we go. And of course, the question of tonight is roller hockey, ball hockey gay? See, they're running a lot. Oh. Already the running is more masculine than gliding, I got to tell you. Already.
Drops it back.
You know what it is, Donnie? It's that when a man is on his feet, he's stable. You know, there's a visual there that you really can't hide. There's the vision of a man having his feet firmly planted on the ground is rich all throughout history. It represents the nation. It represents the people. It represents civilization itself. And when that civilization is gliding and moving, ever moving on the ice, that's how cultures start developing things like the NHL. Am I right, Susie?
Burn.
See here a little face-off between the men. None of them barely balancing on ice skates. No swishing sounds. No dancing. Just standing man to man. Man versus man. Okay? You could see the people coping in the chat who this week probably got in and out of their ice skates, frolicking around on the ice with the women, skating backwards perhaps once this week. That's okay. That's part of the game. Part of the game. And that's always been a thing with ball hockey is you'll get an influx of these people who come in who are ice enthusiasts who sharpen their skates and polish their skates at home while the other men are actually running around with their own feet. It's okay. Now, I'd say that one thing that you'd notice that's missing in this is the body checks, which one could argue the absence of a body check, you could say, apparently seems to be less feminine or less masculine. No checking. However, that's just a rule. That could change. That can change. They could make it check friendly. That's just a rule. That's not an argument about the ice. That's an argument against the rules.
Against Brampton.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you. There's something more masculine about men just on their feet running around. More like combat. However, it's misleading when you watch ice hockey because, which I'm just going to call ice skating from now on. It's misleading because the speed and the ability in the rules to be able to body check people shows this element of brutality that's not present in the ball hockey. So, like I said, just because you gain speed and there's more hits because of the ice, it doesn't make the act itself of ice skating less gay. It's like this. It's like saying like, okay, let's say you're playing chicken and the cars you're driving or the vehicles you're driving are mopeds. You're on a moped and one's rainbow and one's bright fairy blue. And there are two men on the mopeds and they're actually going to collide. That's a part of the game. That collision is going to be brutal. It doesn't change the fact that the moped itself, what the moped is. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. What can I say? This is a tough conundrum. More important than what Netanyahu's saying, honestly. We get it. You didn't like the Mighty Ducks. No, I love the Mighty Ducks. I remember that movie like it was yesterday. What's this guy up to?
For the toppling of this regime, but even if it doesn't happen, thrown and then the problem will be solved. But anyhow, we're talking about a very different used to be. Not
Wait,
a
why does he have 2
superpower.
ears? Ice skating was created 1,000 years ago. There's a chance your ancestors had to run from Vikings on skates. Yeah, but look, just saying what you have to do to survive doesn't make it better or less gay. Like you guys keep using the same argument. They're like, that's like saying like, well, if all your ancestors had to dress up like troons for a year to live in hiding, you know, it's like, that's okay. So they had to do something that was gay. It doesn't make it like, what's going on?
It's not this huge monster that nothing can be done to face it, and we are acting together with others against
Those stars make me so uncomfortable.
them.
Skiing, that's what I was thinking.
Present. Your silly one.
Oh.
Open it.
Is it?
You can open it.
Oh.
If you want.
Meg Bob gave me a present. Should I open it on stream? It's an ice skating. It's tickets for ice skating. Kilts? No, kilts aren't gay. You really think Jim Bob's ancestors? Yeah, come on. Come on. Yeah, and they were, dude, it's skis. It was skis. You guys are just calling ice skates. You're calling skis ice skates. It's not fair. It's not fair. Word concept fallacy. Meg Bob got me something. What the hell? Is this a fanny pack? Whoa. Wow. This is crazy. Meg Bob just got me a W. Is this WWE? I don't even know. It's basically it's like a championship belt, but it's a fanny pack. Now we have a new debate. Notice how the debate just changed completely. Notice how everything I just said might be in question. Sick. So now when I take my kids to the park, because I don't like to be talked to that much if I'm at the park, and now I can't tell if this is going to actually help me with that or... And by the way, this is black and white. You guys have no idea. Here, let me actually... Look, a very rare change in color real quick. Ready? Watch what we're dealing with. You guys, watch what we're dealing with. Camera, filter, color correction. Guys, look at this. It's got rhinestones on it. Dude. This is crazy. Wear it on my forehead. Yeah, this is like hello listener level. Still people coping in the chat. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Dude, all I said was the part of hockey, everything's masculine. Every single aspect of hockey. Thank you, Meg Bob. W's in the chat. World heavyweight champion, it says. Look, all I said was that everything about hockey is masculine except for the skating. That's it. And I didn't hear one good counter to it. Because everything you guys point to isn't the skating. Every other aspect of hockey, the fighting, it has nothing to do with the skating. Body checks. You can body check people without skates. Shooting really hard into a net. You can do that without skates. But now the fanny pack puts all of that into question. I know. What can I say? She has good timing. Wear a spinny hat with your WWE fanny pack, and the only people talking to you at the park will be the cops. I'm telling you, that fanny pack's going to go nice with a bag of jorts. I mean, that's cool. I could put all sorts of stuff in there. If I go out, if I'm on a shoot, my camera will fit in there. That's good. It's my camera bag. That's my camera bag. That's my shooting bag. Nice. Sick. Yeah, impeccable timing indeed. I was already in question because he played basketball. I mean, fair enough. Skates, yeah, skating. It's not even just the skates. Look, it's not even the skates. It's not even the skates. It's the skating. There's no way around it. There's no way around this thing. Uh-huh. And stop. It's the glide. Yeah, it's the glide. It's something, he gets it. It's the gliding. See? Yeah, making jewelry on ice. Yeah. No, making jewelry. Metalsmithing might be more masculine than skating around with a stick. And it's crazy because you think masculine means you're supposed to be in harm's way and you get hit with stuff and you're fighting and you're punched or whatever. No. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Melting metal and bending metal into and having a command over metal to make things, to make a weapon, to make something. I don't know, man. You're skating around on your ice, chasing another man with a stick. Give me that puck. Give me that puck, you little. Yeah, I'm going to get you with that little puck. Shh. I'm going to get that little puck. I'm going to get that little puck. Shh. I don't care if they put me in a glass prison. Shh. I'm going to get that little puck. I'm going to get you, little pucky. Vikings were doing that. You guys keep saying it was Vikings on skates. Who told you that lie? Some feminist? Some feminist? Skates? It's probably some form of a ski, dude. Look, and Vikings were gay. Let's face it. They were all gay. All of them. We're going to take your women? Probably not. Probably not. I'm influencing you. Yeah, that last bit probably got you. I'm going to get that puck. I will get that puck. It's like, dude, I could argue that the Zamboni guy might be more of a dude. Like a dude's dude. ChatGPT said ice skating, not skiing, was invented thousands of years ago. They used I don't care who invented it. They're still doing the same movements, bro. Look, I'm not going to argue that the momentum created by skates would create a absolutely brutal and horrific and devastating blow to your opponent. But the thing is, that's not what's in question. What's in question is leading up to it. Are you still gliding on the ice? And the answer is yes. It's like your hair is blowing in the wind and you're elegantly floating above the ground. Happy belated birthday. Thank you so much for that. Happy soon to be the little Bob. Yes, thank you so much, Christopher. Appreciate you. Very generous, sir.
Holy cow!
I'll grab a beer with a Zamboni guy. Yeah, even the ice hockey players, when they grab a beer, guess what they want to do? Guess what they can't stop thinking about? Being physical with other men. The Zamboni guy, talk about fatherhood. You talk about life. You know, you talk about the world. Maybe he's well versed, you know. It's an honorable job. Ice hockey guy, toothless, he's looking around. He's not even listening to you. He's looking for like, well, hopefully we can get into a little thing with another man and I'll be rolling around with him on the ground hopefully in a couple minutes here.
I just got back my taxes. Just in time for your birthday. Makes me so happy to get to send you some more.
Thank you so much, Josiah. Appreciate you, man.
That is a big super chat.
Thank you so much. Conflicted on surfing and snowboarding. I think both of those, this is hard because someone's going to come after me and say, look, dude, surfing is basically being on a giant water blade. Surfing's harder than hockey. Fact. It's a fact. Definitely. It's a WWE fanny pack, cooler that peeps for beer's cold. Oh, it's for beer. I was trying to put it together what Meg Bob was thinking in her head, like when I'm going to wear this, and I was like, are you sure you want me to show this on stream? Beer. It's a beer fanny pack. Nice. Thanks, Meg Bob. W's in the chat for Meg Bob. I'm going to wear it too. I'm going to wear it not even just here, in public. Next time there's an event where there's beer that needs to be kept cold, I will be wearing that. Keep my camera cold. Now it's an extra W, yeah. I can't join. You don't know about surfing? There are sharks, yeah. I tried surfing. It's extremely difficult, but so would skating, honestly. Skating would be hard to do. So it can't be reduced to the difficulty of learning it. You know, learning some super feminine thing, like a floor dance, a floor routine would be hard. Just because a woman or someone in tights could do it, it's not about the difficulty. It's not about difficulty. It's about aesthetic. This is a talk about aesthetics. And it's very difficult because aesthetics, it's hard to pinpoint where the aesthetic symmetry breaker is between the masculine and the feminine sometimes. In this case, for sure. Yes, that's actually true. Tomorrow I'm getting my CC, so not a bad spot. Might be obvious to some. You know, the pocket without printing is definitely better. But, for the ones you can't fit in your pocket without a print, definitely the WWE fanny pack. A lot of that's another topic, fanny packs. Are they masculine? It's like male gymnastics. Yeah. There's something about the form of it where you're always going to be doing something elegantly posed like a woman. You know, you're always like, Like they should have different finish routines and gestures for male and female gymnasts. You know, they're always pointing all of their features out and doing a little like everything's all like you can't be a male gymnast without looking like you're doing the gestures of a woman talking. It's like, dude, give them some dignity. Give the male gymnasts some dignity. Let them do their dismounts and landing without the thing at the end. Just let them be a dude at the end. Yeah, it's the shape of the movement. Yeah, they're shapes. They're shapes of movements. Which makes me wonder, like, you know, being a musician, are there feminine chords? Are there masculine chords? Benjamin Netanyahu, I pray to you get this man. I think he's alive. I kind of went down the he's dead thing for like a day. I was like, yeah, maybe. But I think we're just being messed with at a like super high level. Just they're playing with us. What does BB think? I should probably work on a Netanyahu before he's gone. My offensive line coach in high school football always wore a fanny pack to practice anyways. Had anything you needed in there. Oh, always, sorry. Always had anything. Yeah, see, there's something. It's like a kangaroo with a pouch. It's like the male kangaroo pouch. Tools. Important tools. Provisions. Care. Protection. Fanny pack. That's a good commercial, by the way. If you wanted to sell fanny packs to men. Actually, I should just make the commercial now that I have something. I'm not even selling this. But I could make a commercial. And all you really need is 10 key words for masculinity. That's it. And each of those words can be associated to an object that you can hold in your fanny pack. Progressions. Not even the chords, but the progressions, yeah. No, it's the male. That's what I'm saying. It's the masculine version of it. It doesn't hold children. It holds weapons. That's right. That's what it is. Major uptick in CCs in fanny packs. That's for sure. Where the ring is on his finger disappears, reappears in his hand. I saw that too. But that's the thing is, like, once something's out, look how quickly someone could bring in a clip of him or anybody, repurpose it. Nothing else changes other than these little things. And you put it out there, and now you get a circulation of the real thing and the fake thing. And then you got to hunt down the real thing. Find the one, because I've seen this stuff, and then what happens sometimes is that the real clip comes out and then the finger's actually there or the ring's actually there. And then you're like, okay, we're actually getting like inundated with, is it inundated or inundated with high volume of variations of things. Like such a high volume that we can't even, look, in a day we can't even get to the bottom of it. And then there's a new thing. Happy 65th birthday, Jim Bob. Happy retirement. Bless you for everything you do. Can't wait for the future. Yeah, future fun content. I'm always learning new skills. I told you guys I'm learning Blender. Very fun. Another new skill I'm learning is Project Zomboid. So I will do a Zomboid stream sometime soon. I'm gonna get the hang of some of the gameplay, so I don't bore you guys with a learning curve. You ever play Fallout? Yeah, I have it on Xbox. It's pretty good. It's okay. I think they're testing AI to see how far they can go before people don't notice. Yeah, I believe that. especially for governments. I mean, think of it like this way. Let's say North Korea, where our understanding, our sort of summary to North Korea is very distant. We get it delivered to us. Okay, North Korea is this place, and there's always this guy who's pudgy, and he's always yelling and talking to his people, and they worship him even though he treats them like garbage, and it's a weird place. You're already distant from it. You already have very little to cross-examine, to reference. It's like all hearsay. You're not even interested in going anyway. You don't even care to find someone who lives there to be like, who got here, and we'll like pick their brain. We don't even care that much. Now, let's say the leader of North Korea is gone, but you never knew he was gone. And his own citizen base, his own population only gets video from him anyway, aside from maybe a very rare speech from a distance. Now, if you could take out a leader like someone in North Korea, and your own government through technology replaces the leader without the world knowing the leader's been replaced, that's the move. It's not just about deception. It's not just like deception for deception's sake. Look at this image. It might be Tupac's might be alive. Oh, wow. Look, Epstein's still alive, this kind of stuff. No, we're talking about like, could you actually control a country and the world doesn't know that you're using an avatar and the country doesn't know you're using an avatar? Is that possible? I say yes. I say yes. How does it feel now that you're obliged? I'm not. Metallurgy is not even close to ice skating. Not even close. They have a beautiful Orthodox church in Pyongyang. That just made me hungry. Yeah. If I was if I were to think like some sort of psychopathic globalist controller, I would be like, how do we get to the place where we can right leadership? Forget controlling leadership. Oh, I need a pansy. I needed this. I needed that. I need a shill to control. And then I'm going to use blackmail to control them. And then there's this whole thing that you need to do. Hence the Epstein thing. You need to be able to sink your teeth into some point of leverage for people. But if the people aren't real, you don't need to leverage them with blackmail. How are you going to blackmail an AI, dude? How are you going to do that? You can't get dirt on a fake, non-existent person. You don't need to. But if the people believe that they're actually listening to the person, it's them. Oh boy. You can literally write the speeches. You can write the engagement. You can sit in the meetings. No one would even notice. You could cut its power, yeah. Then, that becomes the game, just like Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin, the whole entire operation can move it out of the hands of some, but then it's still in the hands of whoever can turn on the power and turn it off, right? The power is right there. So you have to generate your own power. So then, but the amount of money and resources required to generate your own power, I'm not sure pays off. I'm not sure how that algorithm goes. Who knows? Normies wouldn't notice. I probably wouldn't notice. If it was something like North Korea, like I wouldn't notice. Like I'd be suspicious. I'd be like, yeah, they could do that, but summon Jay. No, I think Jay's takes on Bitcoin is generally accurate. But it's still backed by the assumption of what money is, and it's still backed by electricity. Unless they find a way off the electric dependency, like if it turned it, like could that happen? Like Could there be something natural that occurs that for very little converts into a mining rig? Well, yeah, I actually have one. It's your human body. The human body would be the analog Bitcoin. Think of it. Your human body, even though the Evo proponents think that nothing's happening in there, it's just all incidental mutations and operations. The human body is solving problems, like a computer in a lot of senses solves a problem. And the mining rigs, that's what they do. They solve problems. And if the body solves problems and you can get a one-to-one relay of what the body's doing in the sense that it's solving a problem, then you could turn people's, theoretically turn people's bodies into a mining rig. They already thought about this. I think someone even patented it. Honestly, I think there's a patent on it. Let me look it up, actually. Patent, right? Is a patent, right? Someone knows this, right? Patent. It kind of makes sense, though, honestly. Of course, they're going to go what they call quantum blockchain. Microsoft filed patent. Here, let me see.
Microsoft has filed a patent to mine cryptocurrency using your
patent, you say?
Brain waves. Microsoft has filed a patent for human-powered cryptocurrency mining. It claims that the data generated by our bodies can be used as proof of work. So you want to start mining but don't have the funds to...
It makes me... There's a really simpler way to do this. There's you could do this in India. Anybody? Like, why you need... You don't need brain waves. You know what else is evidence of the body doing work, Vagine? Anybody? I'm so immature. I am so immature. Oh, I'm such a 7th grade mind. Embarrassed. I just... Unbelievable. What? So what? I'm 45.
Purchase an ASIC or the most recent GPU to mine your favorite proof of work cryptocurrency?
I have proof, sir. I have proof right now. My body did work. Proof, piles of proof, piles of...
Thanks to Microsoft, you'll soon be able to mine cryptocurrencies with the power of your mind. And no, this isn't a late April Fool's joke. According to World Intellectual Property Organization documents, Microsoft is working on developing a system that harnesses human body energy
farts on ice
and uses it to mine cryptocurrencies. The human body...
No, not by a long shot. Kidding me?
It could function as a natural crypto mining rig. According to the patent, cryptocurrency system using body activity data, the human body generates energy that is lost with each natural physical body function.
That's right.
Microsoft's plan is to harness this energy and put it to good use, Matrix style.
Matrix style.
Instead of the massive computation work required by some traditional cryptocurrency systems, data generated based on the user's body activity can be proof of work, allowing the user to solve the computationally difficult problem unconsciously. The mining process, like in the Wachowskis' The Matrix, involves the user connecting a number of sensors to various parts of the body to generate a reward when performing some activity, either consciously or unconsciously. The patent, for example, describes how the sensors could detect when a person is doing something specific, such as watching an advertisement or using an internet service. When the appropriate stimulus is detected, the mining process may be triggered, rewarding the individual with tokens. According to the report, body fluid flow and organ activity.
You want to see how masculine a sport is? Have a gay dude try it and see how it looks. But yeah, but doesn't that mean they could just do any... Like, I saw a clip of the Harlem Globetrotters. They obviously hired a flamboyant dude who shoots three-pointers, like, really well. And he's so he's so full of straight up AIDS. Like, he'll shoot it and swish it, and then he'll be like, huh, and he'll do a backflip and a back handspring and like a split. Yeah. Does it have sound? You guys can't hear it? Should be able to hear it.
Activity and movement are two
Gotta
examples
reload
of
the
bodily
chat
functions
sometimes,
that
Wes.
could trigger sensors and start cryptocurrency mining.
Okay, got it. You want to turn people into mining rigs. It's amazingly efficient. You don't have to plug them in. You do have to feed them though. You have to give them water. So, you have to feed the mining rig electricity and maintenance and fans and all sorts of things. But the body still, the question still is, for what the body can live on, is it worth it? What it produces, is it worth it? That's the question.
Mining processes. In essence, the procedure appears to be quite simple.
I'm gonna make a little like transparent brain thing on my camera, so when I talk, it activates and it looks like my brain's lighting up like this.
According to one of the patent's graphics, an external entity generates the conditions for a given task, such as reading an entire CryptoPotato article, and the person performing the task triggers the sensor, which produces a response recorded in a hash. If this hash meets a set of system-determined conditions, cryptocurrencies are awarded.
I mean, you could develop crypto like a ledger on a lot of things. The part that freaks me out about these technologies, these like sort of platforms, isn't even the total control of money and transactions. And a lot of people argue that this actually moves away from that total control. But whatever kind of imaginary scary thing you can come up with, the scary part about the technology itself, to me, is a control of history, which is obviously something we need to deal with in the analog sense. But like I kind of imagine a future where there is an authorized ledger of things that happened. And then if it's not on the ledger and it's not approved and not held by the ledger and verified by the ledger, it didn't happen. So you need to then verify, especially with AI, and like you could see the entryway with this kind of stuff where you need to reasonably sift between a real thing and a fake thing. And if we get to the place, which we're very near, of those things being indistinguishable for the daily person, they're going to need to appeal to a larger capacity, a larger authority to sift through and in faith, put their faith in this body to sift through and tell you what's real and fake in real time. So then you expand that out to, well, okay, if that's happening for events in the here now, you're already affirming and authorizing a history of reality.
Happy birthday, Jim Bob.
Thank you.
To you and your family.
Thank you so
God
much.
bless.
God bless you. Happy birthday, brother. Yes, thank you so much for that as well. Because Mugadi. So that's the thing. But it's like, in the short term, it seems like a good idea because you might want to be able to have something to sift through that you trust, to sift through reality and non-reality at some point. When it comes to video and headlines and what did happen, what didn't happen, if you can get to the truth of the matter, then you're probably going to be like, well, okay, but then you have to appeal to some authority. Then it's like a Google situation. But then it's like, okay, remember standpoint theory? The idea of standpoint theory applied to this is kind of freaky because you get some sort of technocratic conglomerate rewriting, doing real-time revisionist history, and everybody going, well, no, how dare you challenge them? They are the authority. You're going to really challenge, the ministry of truth. And it won't only be something that's appealed to for history, but appealed to like Minority Report in the future. that a predictive model that's so good at, generally speaking, at predicting certain patterns, that you're convinced it could predict anything. You're sold that it could predict anything because it predicted something. And then you're like, you're going to really go up against it? Look, dude, it already predicted you're going to become an ice skater. No way around it now. I could see that happening. Easy peasy. Why not? But that's what's kind of like hard. It's hard to navigate because even myself would have the sort of like leanings towards some authority to come in and go, no, we're gonna sift out this stuff, fake and gay stuff. Sift it out. You gotta sift it out. Can someone do that? And then there's a huge amount of people who just don't care. I mean, look at some of the quote influencers on Instagram. They're known to be not real. You're like, hey, listen, bucko, that guy you're following who's telling you all these advice, he's not real. They're like, yeah, I know. That's what's so cool about it. I don't trust humans. What? Cuckoo. Why does Bitcoin allegedly need crazy amounts of energy? I don't get it. It requires, I don't know, crazy amounts. It requires electricity. I don't know how much electricity, but it does require electricity. Have you heard of Nostra? It's like a time-stamped ledger to social media. Yeah, I heard of that. There's a variety of those, isn't there? They think that's like the next, kind of big thing. I don't know if it applies the same value for social media, unless what you're saying is like the thing. Nostra has a system that the reason they're doing it is the time-stamped ledger authorizes that what the post was real, or does it just keep track of things in time, like a really good documentation system for all events? Not to say the event is true or false, but that the event was documented. The next step is it a true event? Did it really happen? There was a woman who was arrested and in jail for 6 months because of AI. I just saw the story the other day. Bad facial recognition software. That's scary. That's really scary. Why don't power stations mine crypto and pay out to its area of operation? You mean the same way like solar panels do? Is that what you're asking? I'm not sure I understand. I'm too dumb to understand that, what's happening there. I'm also 45 now, so. What am I, how can, it's all downhill from here. It's meant to be a way you can trust people's online history, identity, basically. Yeah, like the whole thing, right? The whole thing. But I guess people can lie too, so it doesn't ever really solve the problem. Because let's say you said, oh, that's a fake photo. It's like, okay, well, if someone's dressed up like a chick and it's a real photo, it's still a fake chick. So then they start doing that, right, Mr. Westford? Like the based AI systems will be like, that's a dude. They already do that, right? Hence, Michael Obama was outed for being, they were like, no, that's a guy. That's a guy. Man. That's a dude. 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 Anywho, what is it? 1:25? I should probably spend more of my day not on the computer today, even though it's lovely to be with you all. Just get my happy birthday wishes. Wish them in advance. I'll probably stream tomorrow, but, I don't know if I'm going to grift you for my son's birthday. I mean, I'll mention it, but Thank you for the very generous donations today and the fun times. And what's today? Thursday? We got Ortho Thugs tomorrow. Make sure you go follow Ortho Thugs. If you want to see the video that Ozzy made again, I could probably show it right now, actually. One more time, but you can give it a follow if you'd like. There's also a new music video, live video from Chase that I put on my community post that you can check out. All right, let's play this one more time. And then we'll maybe set up a raid or just not even.
Who's
Who
this?
knows?
Hello, Goy Bob. This is Ben
and then Megan sent a few more photos. Okay.
Shapiro. Your impression of me is extremely anti-Semitic.
Your impression of me is anti-Semitic.
Very funny, Goy. I'm sending a vehicle to pick you up. I have something to show you.
Very funny guy. Very funny guy. You're a very funny guy.
Good to see you, Goy Bob. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not used to answering the door. My Shabos Negro Brandon Tatum is out of town this weekend, and we all have to make sacrifices.
How very Judo-Christian of you.
Follow me. You're going to want to see this.
Why hasn't anyone made a system where a person's esophagus goes straight into an external bag all while they get their personally tuned nutrients through and for? Forget Ozempic. There's a lot of gluttonous degenerates who would pay big money for the freedom to eat forever and never poo.
What the? You serious? That's true, though, Vagine. Why is Vagine always saying the true things?
The hell are you doing, Benny Boo?
Yeah, get this
We
goal,
need
yeah.
him, Goy Bob.
Get this
Who
last
else is going to
goal.
power Michaela's brain?
Sign up for Peterson Academy. Sign up for Peterson Academy.
Well, Goy Bob, I have something to show you. Follow me, retard.
My friend, made by Jim Bob. Listen carefully. A birthday is not just some trivial passage of time. No. It constitutes the heroic confrontation with the edge of the unreplicable abyss. It is the moment the hero must voluntarily descend once more into the primordial soup of untestable dogma. And yet, here is the critical point, and you must understand this. The instant anyone demands a true test, those heads evaporate. They cannot withstand the light of Daddy's scrutiny. There, coiled in the depths, waits the Chaos Dragon, a bloated, grant-guzzling hydra. Its many bearded heads endlessly regurgitating stories of corkscrew sperm inscription and clownfish gender rituals. You have exposed, with ruthless precision, that this creature is not science. It is unfalsifiable narrative pretending to be a theory. And from its absurd, collapsing form, you've
Yeah, that I was thinking about that. That would be the next step is like kind of like using the humans for something that the humans thought were for them, but it wasn't for them. But then you get into that weird JF Gary territory where humans become worker bees and slaves. Slaves to the technology.
extracted the gold of honest inquiry for the rest of us. Now you must ascend, individuated and upright, bearing that treasure. Happy birthday, my friend. The Hydra trembles before your blade. The journey continues. Do not falter.
Yo, listen up, Jim Bob. Happy birthday, bro. You already know what time it is, King. While you out here destroying these fake-ass scientists, I'm still in the pen grinding for you. Straight up. Ripped, rich, and rare, baby. That's the code. I'm telling you right now, Jim Bob, you gotta lock in. Stay ripped so your celly looks at you and says, damn. Stay rich so you can pay that protection tax. And stay rare so when it's lights out and he whisper, you know what time it is. You already giving that booty up clean for the commissary run. That's love, bro. That's sacrifice. Happy birthday, Jim Bob. Keep destroying them nerds. I'm staying rich,
This is my
rich
favorite
and
part.
rare every single
The next
day.
part is my favorite.
My dear brother, made by Jim Bob, I approach you this day from the exalted moral ground of true gnosis, bathed in the radiant light of Sophia and the eternal living Logos, far above the corruptions of the Demiurge's false church. Let us now consult the sacred geometry of your name on this most holy occasion. M is 13, A is 1, D is 4, E is 5. By Jim Bob, 10 plus 9 plus 13, multiplied by the fallen aeon, subtract the false light of material doubt, it equals 616, the number of the Archon's chosen deceiver. You who wage war against the light, you who spread the Demiurge's lies, while pretending to seek truth, the serpent whispers through your mouth. The gematria does not lie. Your name is a curse upon the aeons. I see the shadow coiled between your eyes. Yet still, from highest love and compassion, happy birthday.
Jim Bob, we'd like to bring you on board at the Daily Wire. Full-time contributor, excellent pay. 3 conditions: you kiss the Wailing Wall, circumcise your son, and whenever I need a footrest, you're the stool. Deal?
Thank you, Nathaniel. Appreciate that, buddy. Excellent. Nice. You can go follow Cringe Core Records to see more of stuff like that. Happy B-Day. JB, I pray God blesses you and your family. Thank you so much. I became an official fan after your live stream commentary when Father Seraphim was heckled by that unbearable British Protestant woman. Well, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, that was horrifying. That chick is nuts. Like scary. She's like scary nuts. Someone sent me an email. I might as well respond to this. They said, JB, happy birthday to you. Thank you. I watched Under the Silver Lake that you and Jay discussed a month ago. I have a huge problems with the movie because of its blasphemy, indecency, nudity, debauchery, sexual scenes. Why did you guys just ignore all of that stuff during the conversation? Why didn't you evaluate these things for a movie from a Christian's moral standpoint? I mean, well, if we just evaluate movies from a Christian standpoint, that's not a critique of the movie because they're obviously rejecting a Christian standpoint. Insofar as the nudity, that's a place you get noodles at. The debauchery, yeah, I was actually surprised by it myself. I think we didn't want to actually get into that because of that reason. Anyone who watched it would have been scathed by the imagery, but the debauchery was not really. That's like normal for these types of movies. That to us, the debauchery, nudity, sexual scenes, those are just low tier stuff. Like you're not really like examining anything crazy when a movie uses nudity and sex, because it's just the lowest common denominator. We were more concerned with the symbolism in the movie, what it's nodding to, what it's saying as a narrative. You can't criticize a non-Christian Hollywood movie for blasphemy. Like, of course, dude. Of course they're going to do blasphemy. Of course they're going to invert everything. So it's just more inversion. I'm not sure what the critique is there. Did you want us to bring up nude scenes and discuss them? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know why. We don't want to. We don't want that. What movie is called Under the Silver Lake? There was, I think we did talk about one scene. There was a sex scene with Andrew Garfield? And they're like watching the TV, and it's kind of showing how disconnected they are from the act itself, how non-sacred it is. I think that was one of the points in the movie that showed, especially in like Hollywood, where sex is just a commodity. It's just something animals do, and it doesn't require any responsibility. And they kind of did showcase the use of that, how it sort of belittled the act altogether to something just purely physical. But I think the sex in that movie and the debauchery was the least interesting aspect of the movie. That's what I think. So, noodlery. That's going to be a thing now. Noodlery. Anyway, I don't know who's live now, but I'm going to actually spend most of my day not on the computer, if you guys don't mind. And
I have a happy cow poo to throw at you, but since you're too far,
Thank
here's
you.
$5.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday and
Thank
God
you
bless.
so much. You're such a lovely poo eater. Is Jay going live? I don't know, dude. Whatever, dude. Oh, dude. Dude. Whatever. Oh, is he going live with them or just on Fugazi? Is it live? Is it live with? What's happening? I don't know how the internet works anymore. Oh, yeah. Wait, a modern day debate? Wait, no. That's not right. No, I don't think he's going live. I think there's a clip, a talk with him. You guys find your own way today. How about that? You guys can take your own taxi. You don't need a digital Uber today. Unless Mr. Westford's live. Is he live? Little mustache guy. Nice face. He's got nice face. Oh, it is live. Wait, why is Jay? Oh, he's a boomer. He can't do He can't do live. Jay, man, we got to get you away from Mac. Seriously, Apple computers and all that. We got to get him out of here. Jay, you're missing out, dude. He could be dual streaming right now. I don't see Westford. Where is he? The internet hides him because he's so dangerous. Is it Westford or Wes? Mr. Wes. They hate you, dude. They hate you. They hate you. Why are you so dangerous? Anyway, big thank you to all the super chats, all the support, all the happy wishes, birthday wishes, many years. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Very generous today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe a shorter stream before Ortho Thugs. I don't know. It's been a sort of a lazy week for me. So I'll get back on the horse, next week. Create more things, do more pre-shot movie video things and so forth, okay? But I'm just like in this rest. I'm in like a hibernated state, if you haven't noticed. What I will do, though, is I'll practice on Project Zomboid, and maybe on the weekend, maybe I'll do a surprise gaming stream. How's that sound? Don't hold me to it, though. All right. God bless you all. Really appreciate you all. Much love to you, every one of you. And I'll see you tomorrow, all right? See you over at Westford, okay? Adios.
Jimmy crack corn and I don't really care no more. What he gotta say, it's irrelevant. Once upon a time, could have been a partner of mine. Now he's getting checks from the government. I don't care where your idol stands, protecting his hands from culture jams with the oven mitt. It's another soldier got caught, all ain't what you thought. Nothing here is done for the fun of it. I don't care what you say, I'm on some new shit. I don't care if you're digging what I'm doing. I don't care what you think about my music. I don't care, you're not the reason I do this. Always going. I don't care if I die without you knowing. Tried to catch your eye for a stint until I realized what that meant. Jimmy crack corn and I don't really care no more. What he gotta say, it's irrelevant. Once upon a time, could have been a partner of mine. Now he's getting checks from the government. I don't care where your idol stands, protecting his hands from culture jams with the oven mitt. It's another soldier got caught, all ain't what you thought. Nothing here is done for the fun of it. I don't care what you say, I'm on some new shit. I don't care if you're digging what I'm doing. I don't care what you think about my music. I don't care, you're not the reason I do this. Always up, always going. I don't care if I die without you knowing. Tried to catch your eye for a stint until I realized what that meant.